Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet
Cause I
next
don't
to
give
me.
a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up.
But every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
What's up, everyone, and aloha. Today is going to be the S&R Podcast with David Divine Broadcasting.
Whoa.
Aloha, David.
Aloha. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, evening, morning, depending where you're at.
Yeah. And shout out to Ronnie. He's just a little under the weather, but he's all right. Just not feeling good. So he's taking the day off.
Well, Ronnie gets the day off. Hopefully he's watching. Ronnie, if you're watching, feel better, brother.
Yeah, definitely.
Feel better.
Absolutely.
And hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like.
And feel better.
So how have you been, David?
Doing good. Doing real good. Yeah, I was just laying up there watching football and, falling asleep and waking up and, aloha guards. Yeah, so when you text and said, would you like to come on? I was like, yeah. Would have been that or just sleeping and, kind of laying in the chair there. So,
Right,
yeah.
like a
good to be
lazy
here.
Sunday.
Lazy Sunday. So, yeah, I'm glad you called and good to be here. And again, get, Ronnie. But how are you doing, Steve?
Good. I've been real busy, which is a good problem to have.
Oh, I noticed your calm down shirt. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
When I asked you and you were like, yeah, definitely, I was like, where's my calm down shirt? Well,
Yeah, I should go put mine on. What's up, Cheryl? Good to see you.
hey,
Aloha.
Guardsman Blaine, Cheryl Rich. So yeah, your channel's been doing well. I like what you've been doing with your channel lately. It's different guests, interesting topics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. It's pretty wild. Yeah, different guests. That's what I like about it. It a lot of different topics, and it's pretty wild because a good majority of them have in some way, shape, or form like revealed something or gave us a scoop on the show too. Like just last week we had Michael Hadwell that we were talking about backstage that does the search and rescue stuff, the different big cases and stuff. But he's always developing new ways to help what they do. And they, of course, they also use search and rescue horses, which I didn't know was a thing.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's got a few horses that they use to different situations. That's helpful. But listen to this. So they do, he's in Florida and they do a lot of water cases. And a lot of times he was explaining that you can't even, one of the problems is even if you have a lead, you can't see what you're doing. It's dark in the water. So he's training right now. Currently, he told us on the show, so I could say it, but they're training to search and rescue otters. And he did it successfully with the zoo's otters, but they won't let him use the zoo's otters. So he had to get his own otters. And he's training them right now to, do just what a dog would do in a search and rescue, only in the water.
Wow, with an otter.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's, like I said, he's been successful. And, but again, that was with the zoo's otters. They let him train theirs to try,
and you were saying basically everyone heard it there first, right?
On my show. I don't think he's told anybody that yet. I mean, I think on a channel or anything like that. So that was one example. We get something like that out of a lot of people when you just kind of talk. So it's pretty wild. So many interesting people. And we were saying, the otters are going to be a big thing. That'd be a great, if he gets his YouTube channel going with merch to sell some stuffed otters to make some money to support his search and rescue thing. Name those otters.
Yeah. Name those. Yeah. Give them snarf.
Yeah. Name the otters. So that was one interesting one that I had no idea, we were going to get that. So it's cool. Yeah. Everybody's, no matter what, I mean, especially if someone's like a pro or an expert or loves the subject, it's amazing what you can learn from really anybody. And that's what I really like about the interviews. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've already learned that they use horses for search and rescue.
See that?
Right.
Well, we brought that to you guys. Yeah. We brought that to you. Yeah. You didn't even have to watch the episode, but there was so much going on and I was so into getting into the otters that I didn't, I've thought about it since. I don't know what capacity the horses do, if they just sniff things out or they're better in like weirder terrain or hard terrain or whatever.
Right.
So I didn't ask about that. So maybe next time I'll have to get more involved with the search and rescue.
I know what you mean. I do that a lot too. It's like after the fact, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I should have did. But Indy,
right.
Everything's cool, Ryan. He's just a little under the weather, so he's taking a day off, but he's all good.
Hello, Indy. Thanks for the invite. I know she had a movie the other night. I did not.
I missed it too, man. I even tried to set my day to where I'd be home in time, and I still didn't get home till like 10 p.m. that day. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, I think it was at 1:30 here. I don't think I made it. I think I was planning on it. I think I looked even 20 minutes before. Curious on. I think they were doing. I think what was it they were playing? The Wall, right? The Wall to the Wizard of Oz. I think, yeah. So that would have been interesting. I don't know if I've ever done that, to be honest with you.
I haven't actually. I even set an alarm. And I set, I scheduled my whole day to where I'd be home. And with plumbing, no two jobs are ever the same. So it's like in your head, you're like, yeah, it'll take me 20 minutes and 4 hours later.
Right.
And then my alarm went off because I set it for an hour before. And I'm like, oh man, there's no way. It's like I had a 45-minute drive home.
Right.
Time and 3 hours of work left. But yeah, it would have been the first time I did one of those because my buddy Ron, Dangerous Freedom, I know he used to do those, and I never made it to those either.
So you got a perfect record of backstage appearances. You're
right.
Whatever for or zero for whatever. Yeah.
Instead of batting 1,000, I'm batting 0.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you're consistent.
Yeah.
There you go. And that matters. And I mean, you could put that in your resume. You could say I'm consistent with everything I do. I'm very consistent. Yeah,
it's true. It's not lying.
It's not lying. It's just kind of like, using like a media trick, right?
Yeah.
Very consistent. Thank you, Indy. Yeah, that would be cool watching the dark side of the moon over the Wizard of Oz. I've never done that. I've heard about it.
No kidding. Dude, that reminds me. Oh, wow. I don't know if I've ever told this story. I think maybe I have. So
we're getting a scoop. We're getting a scoop. Steve Scoop. Do you have any scoop music?
And this is when I think I was 20. Yeah. I was either 20 or just turned 21, and my girlfriend at the time, first girl that ever broke my heart. But
oh man, what was her name? We need to shame her on the internet.
Her name and her address is
yeah.
But and I've told everybody, everyone knows I don't smoke weed. I'm just
How old
I'm
were
just
you? How old are you here? How old is Steve in
uh,
this story?
20. I believe I was 20.
Oh, I think you said it. I'm sorry for not listening.
And then so she was like, there was this thing it was like north of Detroit, Michigan, and what do they call? There's like an auditorium or like a dome. What do they call those things?
Oh,
Where they
yeah.
use they like
Uh,
make it look like the sky, and it looks
that like a Omnimax theater.
yeah, kind of like that, but like yeah, before those theaters came out, but yeah, it was so. Well, her name's Jenny. So Jenny's like,
All right,
she's
Jenny.
like, let's go check out that laser show, and I'm like, what laser show? And she's like, oh, they got this cool thing. It's like in an auditorium dome, and they just do a laser show, but then they play Pink Floyd. So like the laser to the whole album is to that, you know. So we get there and we're in a parking lot, and she pulls out a joint, and I'm like, I don't smoke, I can't handle it. She's like, it'll be fun, you know. So
It'll be
we
fun.
smoke it, right? Just be fun, she said. So we smoke it, and then we're waiting in line to get in, and I start feeling it, and I get paranoid when I smoke,
Yeah.
especially if I'm around a lot of people, which there was at least 50 to 60 other people there. And then I start freaking out, and we get in, and we sit down, and the lights are still on, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't do this. We gotta go. And she's like, just. And then the lights went out, and it got black, and then the music started playing, and the lasers came on, and I instantly just mellowed out, and it was like the best hour of my life, dude.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah, that is. It's like you probably got just sucked into it. Yeah,
Mhm.
that happened to me one time. I was having a bad time, man. We were at a Dave Matthews concert outside. We had I don't know. It was on the lawns, a hill. So every seat was all right. I don't know. I was going to say it was a bad seat, but I guess it wasn't. But anyway, I just wasn't having a great time. And then we had a blanket. Someone sat down. Hey, can we sit on your blanket? Yeah. All right. And they're like, you want some of this? And they were smoking too. And so I was like, yeah. So pass it around a little bit. All of a sudden, the concert became the most important thing I've ever seen in my whole life, And I
Yep.
was like, the music, like you said, I was like the music I couldn't even relate to all of a sudden became like, I was like inside the music,
Yep. Yeah, like you said,
Whoa.
it sucked you in, and that's what
Yeah.
it did. It just like, and I was just so focused on that.
Yeah. Yeah. That happened to me once too. Dave Matthews went from being the worst to the best concert I ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my one of my sister's favorite bands too.
Oh, Pink Floyd?
Or
Big
Dave
Chap.
Matthews.
Oh, Dave Matthews. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Big Chap says a planetarium.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a planetarium for the dome thing I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah, that would be trippy.
It was
But
cool. I've never been to one since. I've never, even then I never heard of it until then, and then since then I've never heard of another one. So
that happened to me one other time where it took me from something I didn't like to something that I thought was amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, and I was like on a big John Lennon kick at the time, and I was gonna take a bath, so I threw in a CD, and it was John Lennon and Yoko Ono, and I think she sings every other song on there. And I would always flip over her songs, right? Because I could never stand them. And so I'm laying in the bath, we'd smoked, and all of a sudden, I couldn't wait for her next song to come on, Steve. It was like it was like, she was writing this great poetry, and and I normally hated it, but I was like so into it, it was crazy. It's crazy how it can change your attitude.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially with Yoko Ono.
Yeah, I mean, it made me think that Yoko Ono was the greatest poet and singer and songwriter ever. So whatever strain that was, amen. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Hello, George. Yeah, that was wild. Hey, Jeremy, what's going on?
Jeremy the Jester, aloha, brother. And Angelique, aloha, Angelique.
Yeah, so
I was
it's not
listening.
Yeah, it's not easy to do that with Yoko Ono, probably. So,
I don't think I've ever heard her sing, to be honest.
yeah,
I always see clips of her like freaking out and screaming, and it's like, oh God, shut up.
that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, I don't know if she. Well, yeah, no, I know she has some solo albums and stuff. I've never listened to a solo album, but I think it's Milk and Honey, John Lennon's album. She sings almost every other song on that one.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, and it's hot. I mean, you'll just flip over. But yeah, if you're lucky enough to feel like I was that night in the bathtub, you'll think that she was the greatest ever.
That's funny how that works, though, or weird
Mhm.
how that works.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it makes me wonder, like, if it wasn't when I did that when I was 20, if it wasn't Pink Floyd, like, what if it was like heavier, like Rage Against the Machine or something?
yeah.
It
It
would
probably
have
would
made
have
me
been.
feel completely different.
Yeah, it probably would have been like sensory overload at that point.
Right?
You
It's
probably would. You probably would have been like. You probably couldn't have calmed down at all. At that
Yep.
point. Yeah. Mm. But yeah, it's funny what had happened. I don't know if why the effect happens to you. Maybe it's that it just lets your natural inhibitions or something relax enough to where you accept a new idea. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Where
Hey,
normally you would be.
aloha, Christine. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like not really the opening your not third eye, but like just opening that section of your brain that normally isn't open.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Or you block it. Maybe you block it from
Right?
accepting things that just seem too strange. Or so it's like maybe some sort of protection mechanism that gets shut down slightly. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you wonder, were they in that state when they wrote it? Or do they have some like, were they in some weirder consciousness?
Dude, I always wonder that about music because, hey, aloha, Snooks. I always wonder that about because it's like when they write, I like are they high or are they stoned
Mhm.
or like because if when you listen to it when you're high, it's so different than when it's like they had to have been. It's like they're talking to you personally.
Yeah, they are. I mean, or again, it's weird. Like, are they just on like a different plane, and that's why they're even catching the music in the first place? Are they
Right?
are they just open to a different consciousness, and that's why they're getting those things that are interpreted. Maybe that's it. Um, I don't know. I knew somebody that swore that like all those ideas are always just floating around and you just got to be in the right state to catch one, you know? That
Yep.
that guy believed me. I thought he was kind of crazy when he told me that, but I don't know. More and more I think that might have something to do with it. Yeah. But
Yeah, and speaking of music too, this is a funny story. Well, yeah, funny and unprofessional, but because we
okay.
just had solar for our electric installed.
Yeah.
So the dude was here, shoot, I think it was yesterday, and working on the side of the house, like, all right, whatever. And I mean, when I go to work, I always have I got them right here. I always got my earbuds, right? So I'm always listening to music in my ear. Nobody else can hear what I'm listening to. This guy's over there working. He's got a Bluetooth speaker jamming, like for all the neighbors, the whole neighborhood to hear. And he's playing Too Short.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever listen to Too Short, but he's not, I don't know, not the cleanest,
Yeah.
not very kid friendly.
Right.
Not
Right.
something that someone in service industry that's professional should be
Right.
jamming on a Bluetooth speaker while he's working. It's
Right.
just, yeah.
I always wonder about that, the people that do that, because they do it, they do it in their cars,
Right?
park them in the gas station and just leave it on when they go in the store. It's like, as vulgar as it could be. I always wonder about people that do that because I don't know. I don't know. That's just crazy. It's like I guess I think it can't come down to just being disrespectful or hating everybody. I guess they must just actually think there's nothing wrong with it.
Right? Yeah,
But
either that or they're somehow trying to they want attention,
or they want you to start. Maybe that's it. But
or
you
or
know,
like you said, they just don't realize, or both.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if they're in that kind, because even if I'm listening to something that's not, vulgar and using some of that language, when I pulled in and people were going to hear it, I would just naturally turn it down. That's just me, right?
Yep. That's
Because I don't know. Just I don't know if it's a respect thing or what. I don't know.
yeah.
Probably.
Well, I mean, even for me, because I mean, I have a system in my work van, but I'm also half deaf. I'm really hard of hearing.
Yeah.
So I know I listen to my music loud, but when I get close to a customer's house or close to anywhere, I don't
Yeah.
pull up with it blaring and bass kicking and like, oh, the
Right.
plumber must be here. You hear the bass, but
Yeah. Here comes the plumber. Yeah. Especially. I mean, I could see. Yeah. If you're just cruising around personally, but like you said, this guy was at work playing that. He was at
right,
work playing that, and he
at a
didn't think nothing
customer's
of it.
house,
At a customer's house.
right?
I
It's
mean,
like,
that's crazy.
and too short out of
Yeah.
everything. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, man, what?
It's crazy. It shouldn't be surprising, but that is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Do they think that's all right? Or like you said, are they trying to get somebody to say, "Hey, can you turn it down a little bit?"
Right, that or they actually think like, oh, I think everyone should hear this great
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
well, you think it's great, but there's also kids and there's also elderly people that don't want to hear about,
Right.
well,
Right. Yeah.
anyone knows Too Short lyrics.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah. Yeah. It's
it's
crazy. Yeah. But yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah.
let's see, we got Rocksteady in the chat. Aloha and welcome. Let's see. Check out Rocksteady's channel real quick before I wrench him up. Because everyone gets a wrench.
You get a wrench.
Mm.
You get a wrench.
And you get a wrench. Unless you do something against the unwritten rules to make me take it away, which I've only done 3 times, I think, or 2 times.
So it's pretty hard to lose your wrench.
Yeah, you really got to mess up.
Play it loud outside in the summer. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My neighbors could care less. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
I
Well,
do
yeah,
play.
if you're at your house and
Yeah.
in your yard, whatever, but it's like going to work. And
Yeah. Right.
I was like trying to think of it because the job I had to go to yesterday was I had to go back to finish up from the day before, and it was outside. So kind of similar to this guy, he was working outside. Not my job. I was in the guy's backyard, but they were home, and and I had my earbuds in, but I'm just thinking, what if I had a Bluetooth speaker and just started jamming? Like
Yeah.
you couldn't force me to do it.
No.
It's just
Yeah.
unprofessional to me. Like,
Wow. Yeah. Especially at work. Yeah. Hey, it's way different at your house. I mean, I do play it
yeah,
occasionally at my house outside loudish, but I still think of the neighbors. But
right.
that's a little bit different, I think. But I don't think I still even at my house, I don't think I would crack. I don't know. Vulgar stuff. I definitely wouldn't crack in the neighborhood. Like you said, there's kids, there's old people that just don't want to hear it. I'm sure of it.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
sure,
and you got jamming NWA or something like F police coming straight from the N
yeah,
word
right.
here and the F word every other
Yeah.
word. It's like
Yeah.
like
That's
Eh,
funny. I'll have to go out and try it. You know what? I'll have to go out in my front yard and try it. I'll get the nice loud
but
PA going, and
I think you're mainly right though about I just think that people don't have the consideration. Like they don't just that part doesn't click with them. Like
right.
like what? I'm listening to music. What?
Hmm.
And it's like, yeah, but what? I like this music. I'm gonna listen. They just don't get the you know what I'm trying to say? Is
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting point because if you think about it just as a music subject, where they can't see that it possibly could be offensive to somebody, but not only that, just plain old respect. Not everybody likes that kind of music in the parking lot. Everybody
yep,
else has theirs turned down. So, like, if they can't conceive of that small kind of like it's kind of like a holding the door open for somebody. It's just kind of one of those things you do.
yep, yep.
If they can't conceive that on a subject of music, you would think that that's part of the frustration with people not being able to agree with anything. You can't imagine something deeper than turning your radio down. You
Right.
know,
Yeah, if they can't get that, then
right?
how are they gonna get like
Any
much
other,
deeper?
yeah, yeah. Commercial job sites play old school rock. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I saw
Right.
Snook said the roofers too. Yeah, roofers. Yeah, roofers. I always hear, yeah,
Yeah.
rock. Yeah,
Well, yeah,
AC.
but when they were um like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, when they were putting the actual panels on the roof, they were same thing, but it was like a local radio station,
Yeah, yeah,
so
radio.
it
Yeah,
wasn't, but this guy yesterday was like his own personal playlist of stuff
r-
you shouldn't be playing
right.
when you're at work. At home, yeah, jam it, but not at work.
Right on. Oh, Buffrin says his Bose speakers, yeah, were more
In the
valuable than
days
the
more
car.
value in my car.
I know. I could.
Yep.
That's the
I
one thing I always wanted for my stereo was Bose 201s shelf speakers, and I finally got them, and they sound so good. In fact, they still look like new. They're right up here. I can't throw them away because I always I wanted them so bad that they're just like a trophy now. But I mean, they're obsolete now. But yeah, Bose are great.
Yeah, I didn't have Bose, but I remember, I don't even remember what I had, but I I know what he's saying because my, system what was it? It was my first car, 1982 Toyota Celica, and I bought it off of my uncle for 500, and before I got rid of it, I think it might have been worth 200, but I had a $1,500 stereo system in it, and this was back in the '90s,
Oh,
so
right on. Yeah.
I was rattling all the rust off of there.
Oh, that's funny. I got a Bose radio. Oh yeah, sounds soundbar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All their stuff's great. Bose. I've had them in my car before, but the 201s, yeah, I had them hooked up till a couple years ago. They sound great. Yeah, but the Bose radio, I was always tempted to buy one of those. They used to run those commercials a lot.
Yeah, I know my mom had a Bose radio, but the only Bose I have now is actually the speaker I'm using right now is the Bluetooth but it's just a small one. But
Yeah, yeah. They always. I don't know. I don't know if they were the first ones to design that. I think they were that bass reflex, the bass reflex. So uh, where they have the dedicated tweeters and subwoofer. They
right,
might have been the same thing. Like it was crazy how you had to have all their gear running at the same time, or else if you unplug the sub, the high ends just sounded terrible by themselves. But together it was incredible. I think they may have developed that system, the bass reflex.
yeah, I'm not sure, probably, 'cause I know, yeah, Bose has been around for a while, but I remember in the beginning, like everyone was like, "Oh, Alpine or Pioneer."
Oh yeah.
But Bose was like more high end, classy. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes, sort of. I know that they, I don't know. Speakers are wild. You could spend as much as you want on a speaker. You know what I mean? They have some really, really high end stuff. Used to sell audio back in the day, and I think Bose were at that place were like middle of the road, but great stuff, but middle of the road price wise. I'm trying to think some of the ones that we had that were more like ridiculously expensive, because Bose were always expensive too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. And I can't remember the name. Damn. But back in Detroit, me and my buddy Nate, when we first started working together, so again, like 19, 20 years old, and we went, "Hey, Charlie Gabaldon, aloha." And we went to this, it was in East Dearborn, but it was like a high-end radio store. And we walked in our work clothes, and there's only like 3 or 4 people in there, but everyone just gave us dirty look, like, "What are you scumbags doing in here?"
Right.
And we're like, "Shit, I didn't think it was like, I didn't know radio stores could be so classy." But, I can't remember the name of the system, but just for the 2 speakers, the 2 subwoofers, it's like $12,000, and this was, almost 30 years ago. I was like, "Damn, I didn't know stereo equipment could get that expensive just for 2 speakers."
Yeah, you could pay as much as you want for it, for that, there, and and I'm sure at every level there's some sort of technology. I don't know. Some of it, I think you're just dealing with, they don't sell much, right? They sell only a limited quantity at a maximum price, to people that love to say that they have the most expensive stereo equipment in the world.
Right, and make it like a product on demand.
Yeah, but I don't know that. I'm sure you could hear quality differences if you had everything set up perfectly into specs and blah blah blah. Maybe. But I think at some point, how much better can it get? When you have some of these relatively cheap now sound bars sound so incredible, how much better could it sound?
Right. Yeah, it's like our soundbar. I got it like, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago, and it still sounds great. It's
Yeah.
the LG, just the LG soundbar with
Yeah.
the whatever, the subwoofer, the Bluetooth that sits behind the couch so you feel the bass. And
Yeah, those do sound great. I have one of those too, I think.
yeah,
I think that's what
but
it
that's
is.
the thing. Can it get? I mean, it's already great. So I mean, how
Right.
much better could it get? Or
Exactly. Clay, what's going on? Good to see you.
Clay, aloha, Clay, buffering, Sharon, aloha.
Yeah. I will say though, not I mean,
Big
when
chat.
I did have these 201s hooked up as fronts, that was really great. Yeah, that was really great. I don't know. I was using a center channel, 2 rears at the time. You know how you had the 6 speakers at that time.
Yep.
And now, they can just throw the sound wherever they want with 3 speakers. But I don't know. Some people, yeah. I knew a guy that he had some stuff I had never heard of, years before it was popular, different recording equipment and different playback device. Some people are just into that,
Well, now they even have
I am
for
kind of, but I
earbuds,
just can't afford it. I mean, I think if I, you know what I mean?
right?
Yeah.
But they got the earbuds now that don't even go in your ear. They just sit right in front of your whatever that's called. And I don't know how that works, but there was a pair on display a couple weeks ago, and it sounds great, which is weird, but you still can't hear it. It's still earbuds, but they're not in your ear.
Wow.
I gotta try some of those out. I just can't afford it right now.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It's crazy to have them blow your hair back.
Like that. Remember that?
Yeah, I was
ad?
gonna say, the Maxwell. I think it was
Uh-huh.
Maxwell when he's in the chair
Yeah, I think it was for it was like for tape cassette,
Yeah,
you know, when
tape,
they
cassette tape.
when
Yeah,
they started calling it chrome or whatever.
yeah, and I think there was their actual commercial too, right? Where the guy was it was an actual I can't remember.
Yeah, Buffering uses $20 earbuds. Mine were 15. Yeah. I think mine are JBL too. I like them. Although I only
Man,
use one.
mine are pretty good. Mine are I forgot,
Yeah.
Raycon, Raycon, but they're like I got them like over 3 years ago. They were like $100, but still work great, sound good.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, mine eventually I'll upgrade to those. Mine have a cord between the two. That's why I just wear one. Because I don't want to stretch the cord over there.
I have whatever speakers come with said device. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
I went to get pizza earlier from Domino's, and the dude was like, "Is that Upchurch you're bumping out there?" I said, "Hell yeah, Bubba." He said, "Oh, Upchurch maybe for life." I said, "Shit, yeah, Bubba.
Upchurch, yeah.
Upchurch is good,
Yeah, he's real good.
singer and rapper."
Yeah, he's great. What was that first video he had where they were in the barn and I think he was singing with Luke Combs. Remember that?
I do, but I don't remember the song.
And then like a couple years later, Luke Combs came out and like apologized for what he was singing about, you know, and
Oh
then
shit! What
and
was
then
it?
and then Upchurch was like, "Yeah, I'm not apologizing," you know.
I
Yeah.
remember that all happening, but I don't remember what the song was or what the song was about. That
Yeah, I think it was just about being like I think it was just like a country type anthem, you know, if I can remember right, you know, I think it was just like a country type anthem, but I'm not sure who they allegedly offended in that, but yeah, Combs came out and apologized where Upchurch was like, "Nah, I'm not apologizing." So
yeah, I ain't
I was like, good attitude, you know, because um, they weren't. I don't know how it could actually offend anybody. Yeah.
and nowadays everybody's offended about something, which cracks me up. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like I heard a comedian say it. He's like, and it was perfect because he's like, if I'm doing my stand up and I'm making fun of one specific person in the crowd directly, like purposely making fun of them, and you get upset, then yeah. He's like, but if someone's gonna get offended just by one of my jokes, then that's your problem. Like, don't put that shit on me.
I
Like, I
would think
wasn't talking
so.
about you specifically. It was a joke. I was talking about in general, and you
Yeah.
took offense to it. Then you have something you need to work on, not me. You know?
I would think so. I mean, yeah, right. If you're obviously, you know, if a comedian snaps and all of a sudden it's just like, you know, ripping someone apart, making fun of them, and you know,
Right.
obviously that's different than telling like generalized pre-written jokes or something, you know, just something funny. I mean, you know, yeah, I don't know how people get offended by that, but um, how he became to that point where, yeah, like
Right. Yeah. What happened? Like,
I don't know.
What happened, man?
I remember one time I was in Discord and I told this joke. I can't. I wish I could remember the joke. If I remember it, I'll tell it on here so you guys know. But it was a funny joke. It couldn't have been offensive to anybody. I wouldn't think. I mean, it was. You know, it was. You know, because I wouldn't tell. I wouldn't tell it if I thought it was. You know, gonna
Right. Right.
gonna separate the whole crowd listening. But so I told this joke and then nobody laughed, and I was like, "What a bunch of weirdos!" Because I thought the thing was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious, the joke. You know, in fact, I was laughing after I told it. Well, it's because there was a girl in the in the Discord that, and everybody knew that she was going to be offended by that. It must have been a joke about a wife, probably. and so nobody laughed because they didn't want to make her mad, and then she just chimed up. Someone said no one laughed, and she was like, "That's because I don't think that was funny."
Right. So
And I
everyone
was
got
like,
offended for her.
Yeah, they all got offended for her,
Right.
and I was like, dude, if I was even if it was like someone else telling the joke and I was offended, which I would, number one, I wouldn't be, but if I say I lost my mind and I was offended by a joke, dude, I wouldn't make a point to tell the whole crowd that I was offended. I would just
Right.
move on.
Exactly. Yeah, move on.
And I think it has to do, I talk about it with my buddy all the time, and I think it has to do with just a personal accountability, right?
Yeah.
Honesty, those are things that are just, right. So if you're offended I would think, yeah, you would be personally, if someone wasn't directly attacking you personally, I mean, how could you really get that offended by anything?
Exactly. That's what. Yeah. I
But
wish
that
I
was,
don't even remember the
was weird.
comedian that said it, but he
Yeah.
said it perfect because it's so true.
Yeah. That was
Well, yeah,
just weird.
like you said, how could you even get offended if it unless he's directly looking you in the eyes and talking about you, saying that you're the person, which
Right.
never happens. So
I'm getting closer to remembering the joke. I'm getting closer. So we'll get there soon.
I hope you get it because I want to hear it.
Oh, Chad's offended. All right, I want to tell it to you, and I just got to get it right. I'm a little. I know the premise now, so we're getting there.
Jay Connor, aloha, brother, and mahalo. That's awesome. Thank you, brother.
I'm sorry to offend you, Chad. We'll go to counseling together and get it worked out. We'll both lay on the couch.
I'm gonna give Jack Hunter a quick mahalo for the super chat.
Oh yeah.
Right on, Jack. Who else do we have come in tonight? Chad Freeman. LSP, always good to see LSP. Oh, and then Creek Squad. At work, not really in chat. I know how that goes. I do it every day.
Yeah, that's what you're normally doing, huh?
Yeah. I always feel bad because I want to say hi to everyone, but then once I say hi, then everyone says hi back, and then I feel bad if I don't respond. And then so I always put I'm at work, so I'm not in the chat, but I'm listening.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you do when you're when I see you, you're like, hi, I'm at work. Come back, David. I'm coming. I'm on my way. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway there.
Dude, did you hear about this is totally different subject. I don't know why this popped in my head, but did you hear about that hockey player that killed a dude with his skate?
Yeah.
Unalived. I don't know the proper.
I heard it, but you probably know more of the story than I do. I just heard that he was finally arrested for it, I think. And that's about all I know. I think they brought him in for questioning or something. That was last week.
Yeah, I didn't even hear that part yet. Which is because what I heard last week. Well, here I'll just pull it up. Let me see. Which this is crazy. I think that's why I thought about it. Like people getting offended over something that has nothing to do with them. Like, why are you getting offended? But what is wrong? What is going on that this stuff is happening? So anyway, so everyone knows this guy unalived a dude, and it looked intentional. I don't know. He put his leg in the air, and his skate hit the guy's throat, and the dude isn't here anymore. But then, like a week ago, they went and had another game, and they gave him a standing ovation.
Oh, so that's what it was. I didn't get it. So he basically did it on purpose.
But it looks like it, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's easily either way. It's got to be manslaughter. But when he went back a week ago and they played a game, they gave the dude a standing ovation. It's like he killed the
Wow.
dude. Why are you cheering for him? What?
Wow.
I know it's innocent till proven guilty or whatever, but I don't know. I seen the footage. It looked intentional to me, but
Wow.
to cheer
Yeah.
for him.
And either way, if it was intentional or unintentional, you think that would be relatively disrespectful to the guy that got on the
You're
line.
right. Yeah, so you're giving him a standing ovation. It's like that's disrespectful as hell to the dude that's not here anymore and his family.
Yeah. Yeah. I would think.
It's just crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like that's a crazy story. I think that they did take him in. I guess because I don't think like that I didn't put together that he did it on purpose.
Right.
I was not, I don't think that way. So I thought, oh, I was under the I was like, why were they arresting this guy? But obviously they think it was not unintentional.
Yeah, I don't even know if they still have a video on it or if they took them all down.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Chad, Steve is offended by the cheers. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm offended. Oh, that's perfect, dude.
I'm offended that you're offended by the cheers, to be honest.
Oh, that's awesome, Chad.
I'm offended.
Oh,
I'm offended.
that's so funny because I am offended that they cheered. So shit, I'm a hypocrite. I'm all saying that other people can't be offended,
Yeah.
but here I'm
I'm
offended.
I'm offended by everything too. That's crazy.
Here you go. He did yeah, he purposely put his leg in the air. Mute it. Right there, he purposely put he was coming at him and he purposely put his left skate. And those, man,
Yeah,
literally
like
razor sharp.
They're knives. Yeah, they're definitely knives.
Yeah.
It was a mostly peaceful kick, Chap says. Yeah, it was mostly mostly peaceful. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I mean, hockey's rough. Hockey's a rough sport, but yeah, that's new. I've never seen that where they've skated a person in the throat.
Right, knowing it's a
charged with
weapon.
manslaughter.
It's easily a weapon. But yeah, hockey's got to be, besides boxing or UFC or MMA, it's got to be one of, I think it's more physical and more rough than football or anything else.
Oh, hockey? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's got to be more exhausting too, because you're not just running, you're running on skates constantly,
Yep.
constantly smashing into people. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, I've never played hockey.
I knew
hockey.
Yeah, I knew a guy. He played in a band with him. He still, gosh, he was, I don't even know. He was getting close to 50 years old at the time, and he was still going to play hockey every Sunday at a rink in a league. And I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. I mean, that's that's just too old to be beat up constantly. But and he didn't seem like the guy that would play it either. But man, when he got out there, he was different. There's some build up
'cause
aggression.
and you got to be in shape too for that,
Oh,
man.
big time.
You know what other sport that blows my mind that until I did it first time in my early 20s that you have to be in shape for is tennis.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it doesn't seem like it when you watch it, right? But dude, when you play, it's like, holy shit, man, you got to be in shape to play tennis.
Yeah. Well, even as easy as golf is, right? To walk the 18 holes, right? And well, I mean, they don't have to carry the bag, but imagine if you had to carry your bag. I mean,
Right?
that's still a lot. That's a ton. You got to be in shape just to walk 18 holes, even a
Oh,
simple,
hell yeah.
even a sport like golf. But
Yeah,
yeah,
shit. Because I've only been golfing twice, but I had a cart both times.
yeah. See there. Yeah. That makes it easy. Yeah, I've only been golfing a handful of times, and I use the cart every time too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think I was in the mood to walk even 9 holes. Yeah, even 9 holes.
That and racquetball. You ever play racquetball?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that's rough.
definitely got to have some stamina.
How about those people that do the triathlons where they run, swim, and then bike? How
Oh,
crazy are those people?
man. I have a good friend back in Michigan. Her name's Jenny too. Different Jenny.
Yeah, everyone
But
in your town was Jenny.
I know. Jenny.
Yeah, we do got to get back to your first girlfriend, Jenny. We got to talk about her some more. I forgot about that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
she
sorry.
messed me up. She messed me up.
Yeah, we got to get to the bottom of
Used
that.
to get me in the bars when I wasn't 21 yet. So
Yeah.
I thought I was cool because she was older.
Yeah, yeah, same thing. I had a Jenny too. And in those days, not that she did this or I did it, but you could easily steam back the license and change the numbers and put it back so you could get in,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she was like a master of that. She was, so she had done it before. Mine wasn't the first license that she'd changed. Let's put it that way. And yeah, so yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was fun. Because I think I was 19 when I first started dating her, and almost 21 when she broke my heart.
She broke my heart because I couldn't dance. Yeah, well, maybe you got too old for her.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, she didn't
No,
like.
actually, no, because I remember she was the secretary at the plumbing company I worked at, and
uh,
when she broke up with me, she started dating another dude that worked there, and
Oh.
he was older than her. So,
yeah,
and then I hated that guy for years. But he
Yeah,
was
that-
bigger and more of a badass, and so I couldn't be like, "Want to fight?" 'Cause I would've got
Yeah.
my ass kicked. So
yeah, he might have took you up on it. Yeah, yeah. So that's rough though when you're caught in a work love triangle, right? And then you got to go to work.
it sucked, man. Because actually, for like 6 months, I wasn't even allowed to go in the office.
Oh,
I could go
geez.
in the warehouse and get my materials and stuff, but I couldn't go in the actual office part.
Because she had like a workplace restraining order on you. She thought you might.
Basically, yeah.
That's crazy.
Told the owner Jay, and Jay's like, "Hey, Steve, you're not losing your job or anything. You're still gonna work here, and you just can't go in the office when Jenny's here." I'm like, "What? Why? I didn't do anything."
And it was her decision.
Exactly. It was her decision. Yep. I
Man,
didn't even do nothing, man.
I'm offended by that.
I'm
I'm
offended.
definitely offended by that. That doesn't sounds like you got the raw end of the deal. You
Oh,
lost
I
the
did.
girlfriend and you couldn't go in the office anymore.
I don't know. I couldn't even do my job properly, or it made
That's
my job harder.
that's the kind of thing in that situation. It was, you had to get restricted because you weren't the first to tell. Like if you'd have told the boss, then she couldn't have got into the office, maybe.
Yeah. See,
It's got to be the first to tell. Like, oh, well, Steve, I think Steve's gonna freak out and throw my paperwork everywhere.
I think that's what it was too. Like, I'm scared he's gonna do like,
Yeah,
what am I gonna
Steve's
do?
gonna Steve's gonna dump out all my whiteout.
Right.
He's Steve's gonna use all my staples on purpose.
Yeah, right. But you have my stapler? My stapler?
Oh man.
It sucked. I used to have to put my paperwork in a little, they put those things on the wall, the mail thing. I used to, instead of going in and handing it to them to make sure that they got it every day so that I would make
Yeah.
sure that my paycheck was right every week because it was all commission. I had to put it in there and just hope that they would get it because I couldn't go in.
I think Steve's gonna use all the colored ink in my printer.
Yeah. Yeah, and back then computers weren't like they are now, so. Which really sucked though is I started because the girls in the office are the ones that scheduled the plumbers. So they
Yeah.
would do all the routing. And I went from working in Livonia, West Bloomfield, classy neighborhoods to East Detroit
Oh man, Jenny,
and
she
get
mapped you out in some bogus locations.
right. But I'm the bad guy. I wasn't allowed in the office, but she's doing this shit to me. And now here I'm working in the
Oh,
hood every day. I had 40
oh,
ounces thrown at my van. Me and Nate got chased by a car full of dudes once, throwing beer bottles at us, and
all
it was
because
crazy.
all because you liked this girl that broke your
Uh,
heart.
all
Now
because
you're
she broke up with all because she broke up with me. I'm like, wait a
unreal.
minute,
Imagine if you'd have broke up with her.
right? Oh, yeah, it
Whoa,
would have
what
been
would have
10 times
happened?
worse. It would have been way worse.
Wow. I wonder what Jenny's doing now. Can we look her up on the can we give her a call and interview her?
I honestly, well, in the past few years I haven't, but what was it? Maybe 10, 11 years ago. Yeah, about
Yeah.
10 years ago, I was back in Michigan visiting, and it was
Pure
wintertime
Michigan.
too.
Pure
And I
Michigan.
ran into her at the bar that we used to go to when I wasn't old enough yet, but used to get me in. And I ran into her, and we hung out for a little bit, and we ended up making out.
Oh man.
And
Oh,
that was the
whoa.
last time I seen her. And then, like 3
Whoa.
years later, I met Nina. So,
Well, that's the good news. But so did she? How did that happen? You just started making out. Like,
yeah, well,
was she like, sorry, I had you banned from the office, and
no, I never even brought none of that up. It was just kind of because I felt like I felt more powerful then because I was like, yeah, I live in Hawaii. What have you done?
right,
You know what I mean? Like you still
right,
live in the same neighborhood and you still working the same shitty job, and I live in Hawaii, yeah. But
right.
then it was wintertime and there's no smoke, and so we had to go out on the
Ah,
patio where they put all those heaters and stuff.
yeah, that gets the
And
ladies every time.
nobody else was out there, and we were just sitting down and like, I'm leaning forward and she just like leaned in and she started kissing me. I was like, oh, all right, what the hell's going on here?
And then
And then that
she
was it.
kissed me. Wow, wow. Who
We're
knew?
still friends on Facebook, but I don't ever
Oh,
go on Facebook, so.
well, you have to get her on here some night when.
Oh, yeah, hey, what if she's watching now?
Hey,
Hey, Jenny.
Jenny, what's going on?
Jenny. 8675309.
Thank you for the great story, Jenny.
Yeah. We did have a lot of fun, though. I mean, she's the same one that brought me to that Pink Floyd planetarium thing, and we went to Mackinac. Now that I think about it, I smoked weed with her a lot. 'Cause, yeah, we went to
See,
we went to Mackinac Island.
yeah, we're starting to get down to some memories, some suppressed memories now. I like this.
Yeah, because we went to Mackinac Island, and it was fun, man. It's a 5-hour drive from Metro Detroit, and, then we went to Mackinac Island, and we had a hotel, and again, I wasn't 21 yet, and she was so good at always getting me, me being able to drink at bars, but it didn't work there. So I was like, man, this is bullshit. So we went back to the room, and she's like, let's go down by the water and smoke this. I'm like, but that's what I'm thinking about. She always had the let's smoke this.
Yeah.
Like, why do you always have that? But
Yeah.
and we did, and then I barely remember much after that, but I do remember feeling good and going back to the room, and the hotel room was expensive but very small. It was like a bed, a dresser, a bathroom, and there was barely any room to walk around any of that. But we thought it was haunted.
Oh.
It was creeping us out for like hours, but then we just started laughing and uncontrollably, and that's all I remember. But
Wow. Look at that. A suppressed Jenny story, everybody. That's great.
that and tandem bike
Big
riding.
Chap's right. This Jenny has turned out to be cool ass sounding chick.
Dude, she was a lot of fun, man. That's why she
Yeah.
broke my heart, because we had a lot of fun together.
See,
We did
that's
have
why
a
you got
lot.
to talk about things, because we went into this hating Jenny, but now she's starting to be like pretty cool. We were all mad at Jenny.
She was fun. She was always the life of the party. Like, she had that laugh. It almost sounded forced, but it wasn't forced. It was just like when she laughed, it was like, ha! Like it just come out
Yeah.
and get everyone. And it just made you happy to hear her laughing. But
I'm starting to get a little depressed that we broke up with her. Or she broke up with us.
and we were at a bar another night, and we were watching a friend of my family, Dale Hicks. Shout out to Dale Hicks. He's still out there playing his music too. But we were watching him, and then all of a sudden, the waitress brings Jenny another beer, and I was like, "Oh, you got another one?" And she's like, I don't know where I got this from." And some dude just walks right up, hits on her right in front of me in the bar, and I'm just going, "Hey, yo, I'm right here, dude."
Here I am.
He didn't give a shit. He was with like 4 of his buddies too, so I was like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, sit here and let you hit on my girl?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and I'm not gonna do anything yet. I'm gonna think about
Right?
this.
Because 1, I'm not even allowed to be in here, but 2, there's 4 of you and 1 of me. So.
Right. Yeah. And you definitely don't want to get in the middle of a fight you don't want to start. That's
right?
happened. I've been caught like that before, where it was like, not didn't want anything to do with it, but some jealous dudes sucker punch you. You don't need that. No one needs that.
Yeah, it's too dangerous too.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, we had other
Dennis
other
Bowles.
Jennies. Yeah.
Dennis Bowles, I love you, Jenny. Jenny.
Yeah, he had a Jenny too. I had a Jenny too. Yeah.
Jenny.
I think a lot of people had a Jenny, or with maybe a different name. Yeah, I know I did. I had a Jenny of a different name for sure. Older,
Yeah.
right? Older, cool, teaching you things, fun to be around. But
Yep, that's what she was.
but like maybe Jennies are kind of like, the Penny Lane from Almost Famous, where they just have to fly around life,
right.
float around.
Never have to put the work in. Just
All right. Just kind of float around, having a good time.
make stupid people famous. That's funny, because I used to say that all the time. Every time I'd see buffering in the chat, it'd be like, every day I'm buffering.
Every day I'm
Every day.
buffering. Well, I hope you're enjoying the weather there. I just looked and it's 42 degrees here.
Dang, 42.
42. Yeah.
You're 10 degrees away from freezing.
Yeah, it's been down. It's been down there freezing already. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah, actually, here it's crazy because last night I was getting ready to go to bed and my knee just started. I felt like it was in a vice and just someone was squeezing it. And I'm like, oh man, it's gonna rain like crazy. I know it. It's been raining all day, but it's not 42, so I can't
Yeah,
complain.
it's not 42, so there's that.
Right.
I think
I
we
wonder what the
did.
temperature is.
Yeah, I think we've had a little bit of snow already, just a tiny bit, but yeah, it's it's that time of year where next 4 months are rough here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. This
Well, you know about it.
February,
You know all
February
about
is the
it. Yeah.
worst.
Yep. So
That's why I won't, unless I absolutely have to. I won't go back visit Michigan in the wintertime.
no, your dad's going to be wanting to come back out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would say end of January, early February. He's gonna be like, I
Scat
should go
Pack thinks,
visit Steve again.
yeah, Scat Pack thinks I sound like Bob Ross, just a happy clown. Just a happy little cloud lives here. I have,
Happy
I love,
crowd over here.
I like that comment because I love Bob Ross, and
Oh, me too.
I have actually like a couple Bob Ross bobbleheads and figures. Yeah, happy little cloud.
A happy little cloud. There are no
You know,
mistakes here.
you know what's
No
wild about him? I don't know if you know this, but check this out. This is a fun fact about Bob Ross. You won't believe it if you never heard it, but if you heard it, you'd be like, "Oh, I already know that." But his hair was permed to,
Ri-
like when he started painting on PBS and stuff, he didn't have the perm and he just wasn't quite a character enough. So he and his group decided to perm his hair like that, and it just helped his persona.
No kidding. I thought that was like his natural hair.
No, it was a perm. Yeah. Yeah, and because there's a few documentaries about him out there, but that one I was freaked out about because I was like, why would you perm your hair that big like that? But when I seen him without the perm, I was like, oh, I don't like that. I like him with the perm.
I've never seen him without it. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if they're. I'm sure there's pictures all over the internet. Yeah, I used to watch him, LSP, relaxing. Yeah, it's great to put on Bob Ross. And
Yeah, when I was growing up,
chill out.
anytime my parents would be doing something, they'd drop me and my sister off at my grandpa's or whatever, and my grand be like, "Oh, Bob Ross is coming on," and it was so relaxing to watch. And then my grandpa started doing paintings because of Bob Ross, and he did a
Yeah,
bunch. He was pretty good too, because you can't make mistakes with Bob Ross. He's
yeah.
just a
No,
happy little
happy little,
clown. Oh,
yeah,
you make that, we can just fix that. Oh, just like that.
yeah,
With
yeah.
a little swoosh of the brush. There we go, just like that.
Mhm. Very relaxing and calming.
Yeah, very, very relaxing.
Yeah, it is an interesting story. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some more fun facts. And then after he, of course, passed away or stopped doing it anyway, his son, I think, still painted on PBS.
Yeah, and they took over his name too, or his brand. So, and
Right.
I found this out because I was playing. All I was doing was playing him in the background, no sound. It was just Bob Ross painting in the background while I was on a live, and they blocked the video
Oh, wow.
because of
Yeah,
Bob Ross.
yeah, they definitely ramped up his brand, like you said, because that's probably who put out the bobbleheads and the stuff I got too. Yeah.
Yeah. it's-
Oh,
Oh, there it is. Happy
on my
accident.
I don't want to take it off because it's like, well, I'll take it off. But there's you have all the cords going into the computer, and they have these things that you can put on the cords to identify which one's which, right? This is for my mic cord. This is how I know it's my mic cord. I have a little Bob Ross thing that goes over it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, there's Bob Ross right there. It marks the mic cord. Yeah, Bob Ross.
Buffering has Bob Ross memorabilia too. Memorabilia.
Oh wow.
Oh, Steve-O switched to rocks because the wood soaks up too much paint. So you got on your channel, David,
Oh.
you got some interesting shows coming up, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. We have the I should well, I'll start with the ones with the name. I don't want to say, oh, I have this guy, but I don't the name's not hitting me right now. Oh, Snooks wants to know if I remember the joke. Hold
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. No, I didn't. Hold on. It's coming, Snooks.
It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I know. Actually, Tuesday we're doing a show Tuesday because that was when the guests could come on. But it's the singer Jeff Hatrix from the band. Have you ever heard of Mushroom Head?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Mushroom Head.
he's going to be on. He was in. He formed the band and he was in Mushroom Head, which are big internationally, Purgatory, and a few other bands. And then, of course, Brad Slett from Priscilla, who's been on before. So we're doing that one on Tuesday, which should be fun. Talking about basically music and movies, And then, like I was telling you, I don't care. Oh, Snooks doesn't care if I'm telling it wrong. All right, I'll attempt it. But it was just a. See, I can't remember the premise. The guy was talking to another guy. The guy, so it went something like this. The guy was talking to a guy, and he was telling him that his wife broke up with him, and he was telling another guy, and the guy was telling him about this girl that he just hooked up with, and he's like, "You just hooked up? Where'd you find her?" And he was asking about her name, and the guy's he says, "Well, oh, that sounds just like my wife. That's my wife's name." And he's like, "I found her in the paper under a want ad, in the love section, right?" And he's like, "I can't believe it. You're going out with banging my wife, maybe they work together." And the guy's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Let me see that want ad that you found her in." And he read it, and it said, sure enough, it said, fun loving, outgoing, charming lady. And he's like, "This is bullshit. What the man?" And throws the paper at the guy. And the guy's like, "What are you so pissed at me about? I didn't know it was your wife." And he's like, "It's ridiculous. She's not fun."
She got offended for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
I butchered it, but you know what I mean? Like the guy was only mad about
No.
how she described herself.
Right.
Yeah, it's
like,
fun.
She said she's fun. She's not fun.
Yeah, so it's like that, something like that. Take it and make it your own. But
It wasn't Jenny, was it? No,
it might have been her name might have been Jenny. But yeah, that girl was so offended by that. Yeah, she was like, "I don't think that's funny."
That's because that girl isn't fun.
That exactly what I was thinking too. But I don't know. She acted like I was personally attacking women that thought they were fun, but that I was putting them down as they weren't. I mean, she took it to some place it didn't need to go, because I just thought it was a funny joke. But
It's even funnier to me that she got that upset over it because what?
But not only did she get offended, but like you described, the other guys in the room were offended for her.
Right? Like, oh, we don't want Jenny. We're just gonna call her Jenny. Yeah. But we don't want Jenny to get mad, so we can't laugh either.
Yeah. So I I was like standing there with a spotlight on myself. It felt like, oh, there's the offensive guy. that dared call a lady not fun or whatever. But I didn't say it was just a joke.
Yeah. And like that comedian said too, he's like, I'm not talking about you specifically. So if you take offense to it, you have issues to work on because you're taking it personally when
Yeah.
it's not personal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how that went. So maybe that was why, right, Snook said that wasn't against. Well, I didn't think
Yeah.
so either. And so maybe that's why
You
it
should have
happened.
you should have
Because
reversed it. You should have said, all right, well, two ladies were talking,
yeah,
and
right.
then the
Yeah.
husband and then the wife said, look,
Oh,
he's not fun.
I probably would have got a standing ovation. You know what I mean? Ah, yeah,
Yep.
that stupid guy's not fun. I probably would have got a standing ovation and joke teller of the year award.
But that the one would have had to laugh first because then everyone else been like, is it funny?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't want to be the first guy to laugh. No. Yeah, it's funny how it turned into like a room like that can turn into like the queen bee and the worker ants, right? You know?
Yep. And then you do that, and it's like you can actually hear the record scratching and coming to a stop.
Right. Right. And they're all staring at
Everyone
you.
looks at Jenny like,
Um, I watched a lot of great songs get wrote in Easttown.
yeah, I was just reading that same comment.
Is
What is
that
Easttown?
Michigan? Michigan. I think I saw something about Pure Michigan earlier. Not Pure Michigan, but
Those
they're
are
from
funny
here.
videos though, the Pure Michigan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's saying I think I seen GP and right away I thought of or GR and right away I thought of Grand Rapids. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but
Oh,
oh wait. The guy in GR with the double flame V lighter, he signed my Grateful Dead bandana. Oh, he's talking about Mushroom. Oh, right here. Mushroom Head.
oh,
Straight Line Stitch was a fun show. He knows me.
oh, right on. Yeah. So Tuesday, Jeff Hatrix is going to be on. Yeah, they are pretty well known. Yeah, all around the world. They have a lot of fans, and so it should be a fun show. He's got a lot going on. Should be an interesting interview. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah,
They'll be
that's
on
weird because I
Tuesday.
remember the only reason I heard of them is because when my buddy I used to work with, Brandon, he listened to them, and I was like, "What's the name of the band?" He's like, "Mushroom Head." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, they started it out here. I know Jeff was in Purgatory like when I first started playing out in music, and they were actually well, that and other things that he started. He's just a really talented songwriter, but they started in Cleveland and they were already big at that point as that band, and then they started Mushroom Head and it really just took off.
Right. So that's why my buddy, because he's from Toledo.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. As a matter, they played at a little club. Not really. I mean, not it wasn't little, but it was a great sound. It was a club, everybody liked to play at the time. And they would pack that place, and they just took off everywhere from Cleveland. Yeah, and so I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm excited that he's coming on the show on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit notification and a reminder for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be fun. And because and I know next week Thanksgiving, and then I have Geraldine Orozco on Wednesday, which is a makeup show that my internet wasn't working on. Last Tuesday wasn't working well enough to do that interview. And then Thursday is Thanksgiving already.
I know, right? I just realized that yesterday because I was finishing up that job and I gave a recommendation for the guy. I'm like, it's not something that has to be done, but it's something that should eventually be done. And he's like, yeah, just come back and do it when you have time. I'm like, oh, all right. Wasn't trying to be a salesman, but cool. And then I'm like, yeah, maybe next week. And I look at I'm like, it's already Thanksgiving. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. So that would be the day that I normally go on, and I might go on like later and just talk or something, but I don't have a guest that day. Yeah, that I know of.
Let's
Oh, the
see.
Field House in Toledo. Not the one that that wasn't the one that we played at a lot with, or where Mushroom Head played, but it was Flashes. It was Flash Gordon's, oddly enough, because Steve loves Flash Gordon.
I
But
do, yeah.
the club was called Flashes in Cleveland, Ohio, and it had a great sound system. And it was an awesome club. Uh, and the guy that ran sound there, incidentally, was running sound the night on the East Coast where that fire was when Great White was playing. Remember that?
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
Scat Pack says he saw them with their daughter, but do they all wear masks? Yes, yeah. With Mushroom Head, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I think one of the beautiful things about having a band with masks is that if someone's sick, right, you could probably replace them relatively easy by just having someone else wear the mask.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you could have anybody.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that happens, but we'll find out Tuesday. But I find that fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah, I put the link in the chat for everyone. That's for the actual show.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
I hit the notify me, but hold on, I gotta go in and hit the like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hit the like.
And now you got 5.
All right. And here, hit the like reminds me to say, I hope, Ronnie, if you're watching, get better. Feel better.
Yeah, Ronnie.
I hear hit the like, and Ronnie comes right to mind. Chap fought 3 bouncers there one night. Whoa. Yeah, you lost. Yeah, you were at a disadvantage then. If you were a little bit, had been overserved slightly. Holy Toledo, yeah. Holy Toledo, home of what was it? Klinger from MASH, remember? He was a big fan of the Mud Hens. He always talked about
the Mud, yep.
He always talked about Toledo and Tony Paco's hot dogs.
Yep.
So a few years ago, I've been a Mud Hens fan since I was a kid, because for 1 year, right around when I was 7 or something, they were the minor league team for the Indians, and now they're the minor league team for Detroit Tigers. But so I've loved the Mud Hens, and I always liked the show MASH. And so I finally, a couple years ago, went up there to Tony Paco's, and it is very good, and went into the Mudhead Stadium. But at Tony Paco's, when famous people come in to eat there,
they had on the wall.
They sign hot dog buns, and Oh, you've been there, maybe?
No, I haven't. But I actually, one of the First Amendment channels that I watch, he was there. He always puts bonus footage at the end.
Oh yeah,
and he went in there, and
yeah,
it was really cool, man, to see all that. But I've never been there personally, though.
Yeah, I went. I don't know if they just have the one location. We went to the one that's pretty much directly across from the Toledo Mud Hens Stadium, and it was cool when I went, because it was off season and no one was in there. It was during the day, and it was neat to get to walk around and see everything without it being busy. But yeah, it's great. And you can buy Tony Paco's hot dogs in the freezer section that taste great too. Yeah, they're great. They're like they're more like a big sausage or something. It's great. They're great.
I can't say I've ever had one.
Yeah, I don't know. We do have a couple stores here that sell them, and I don't know if they would make their way to Hawaii. Maybe someday I can send you some.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, to work that out.
I mean, it's like, well, this is totally different, because I know those hot dogs are probably really good, but White Castle. There is no White Castle in Hawaii. You can buy the frozen shit at Costco or Sam's Club or whatever, but it's nowhere near an actual White Castle.
No, it's not. I do buy those once in a while, but and they're
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, there's nothing like I went a couple years ago. I went to someone's birthday party and walked in, and they had you'd have liked it. They had White Castle cater it,
Nice.
and it was literally unlimited White Castle burgers. I mean, the pile was huge. It was awesome. It was really awesome.
Oh yeah, I remember as a kid, man, you get that. Well, not really a kid, but 20, 30 years ago, you get the crave pack
Uh-huh.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. We here where I'm at, we only have one, and it's a half hour away. And so I don't go much here, or it's a little over that. I don't go much, but when we go visit, the further south you go, the more and more White Castles you see. Like we visit friends that are near Cincinnati, and they're everywhere there. Yeah, White Castles everywhere there. The crave
Yeah, that's how I
case.
remember it in Metro Detroit, but it's been a while since I've been there too. So, like, what's the other one? Oh man, it's Checkers? They still have Checkers?
Oh yeah, well yeah, because it's actually, oddly enough, right across from that White Castle that I'm talking about, that's a half hour away, is a Rallies, which is Checkers. Rallies, Checkers.
Yeah, rallies and yep.
Yeah. And so that's the closest Rallies. That's the only White Castle and Rallies right across the street up there.
Yeah,
And
because I remember when I moved here 15 years ago, it was I remember a lot of the Checkers were closing, but there was still rallies, and then I found out they're like the same thing, the same company or whatever.
yeah, Rallies, Checkers. And I think they might have another one too, but I don't, I mean, I love it. I don't know why they're not, I don't know why they're not more popular, you know?
Yeah, I liked them. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Shitty service, but I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah. Checkers is Rally's twin. Yeah, good,
it's a fast
good
food joint.
hamburger. I think it might even have made it better. Like if because I didn't ever go up there much, but if I pass it, I had to get Rallies. I had to get it, even if I wasn't hungry. I bought it and ate it. And so maybe that's why they do it. So you force yourself to buy. I don't know. You'd think they'd be more popular.
All I know is next time I go anywhere
Oh.
and there's a White Castle, I'm getting
Yeah.
a crave case.
Yeah. Crystal is White Castle type burgers. Okay.
Crystal.
Yeah, I've heard of that too.
I haven't heard of that one.
I think it's kind of like like a Rallies Checkers thing. One sec. Well, maybe.
Trying to think of that other one. They just opened up 2 of them out here. Yeah, 2 of them. Shit. Did they open one of those out here? I didn't know they did that. But what's the other one? That chicken? No, there's another one. Shit. There's one right over by that hotel we stayed at when the tree fell in our house. And then there's another one in Pearl City. But Cravers or something. What the hell is it?
Oh, Carver's.
Carver's. There you go, Carver. But I just found out too that they opened a Chick-fil-A here. I didn't even know that. And they're getting ready to open another one here. So
Yeah, Carver's. They just opened one here, and
yeah, they opened 2 of those here in the past 2 years, maybe.
the one that I is like really good. The one that we have here is really good. The burgers are really good. I ate one in Middlesboro, Kentucky, and that's actually where all the White Castles are. Yeah, our friends live Cincinnati, near, in Kentucky. I call it Cincinnati, but they're over the border in Kentucky. Yeah.
We just started one called Sliders. Yeah, that just reminded me, Creek. I'm trying to remember the one in. Oh yeah, Mark Wahlberg. They're opening a Wahlburgers here too soon.
we've got one in the casino downtown Cleveland, and it's been there like 6 years now or so. And I keep saying, at first I really wanted to try it, and I
Yeah,
just
I'm
gave up.
kinda
I still haven't
interested.
been there. Yeah, I still haven't been there.
Yeah, the Wahlburgers. I wonder if they're good.
They sell their sauce in the store too, their special Wahlburger sauce.
And you know what else they don't have here is Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
We
I
have one.
remember when I was younger, I'd be with my grandpa and he would drive by a Krispy Kreme and he'd see the light on. He'd like, "We're stopping." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "The light's on. You get a free donut." And he would go and get the free donut and leave, and that's it.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, we have one of those here too. It's oddly enough, it's up there by the rallies and by the White Castle. I'm thinking about moving, Steve, to be honest with you, up there by all the good food.
I got to get closer to the shit.
I got to get closer to the fast food that I can't eat anymore. Oh my Lord.
Greensburger. Hey, aloha, devil dog. No, I don't remember Greensburger. Greensburger. Yeah, there was like this little hamburger joint. Well, they were all over in Metro Detroit. I can't remember their name. It was like all of them were like just a greasy hole in the wall, like hamburger. Like you walk in and you feel like you're in the 1930s.
Oh yeah. Those are
Shit
generally
was
the best. Yeah.
Oh, they were so good, man. Oh, so like very bad for you health wise, but so good.
Yeah. We have a restaurant. It's a truck stop basically in the small town I grew up. I don't live far from it still. And I go there every once in a while and it's just like that greasy, but the food is so good. Oh God.
Yeah. Man, I wish I know when it comes to me, I'm gonna be like, how did I not remember that? But it's right on the tip of my tongue too. Because when Creek said sliders, that reminded me of it. It's like similar to that, but oh well. It'll come to me later.
Make stupid people famous. That's funny. I'm trying to think how you could do that, but that's ingenious or very practical. Very, very practical use of a Cinetwist donut.
Smoked out a Cinetwist donut. They were out of papers. We were desperate. Yeah, that's using your imagination right there.
Mm-hmm. That's good. A for effort on that one. LSP says Sonic took over rallies. Yeah, we do have a Sonic too. I didn't realize they bought maybe in SoCal. Maybe they bought them everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah, Sonic. I remember I went. I had a 2001 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and me and my buddy Dez, his family lived in Mississippi, so we're like, "Hey, road trip, man. We're going to Mississippi for the weekend."
MISSISSIPPI.
Yeah. And he actually I drove all the way there. As soon as we got there, I was like, "Hey man, go to the store and pick up some beer." I'm like, "Dude, I've been driving all night. You want to drive?" He drove for 2 minutes and got in an accident. Brand new car.
Ah,
But it was just a fender bender, but still, I was like, "Man, I just drove all them hours, man, through the night, and you drive for 2 minutes."
2 minutes. Now I know why you were driving, probably.
Right. But they had a Sonic there, and at the time they didn't have any in Michigan, or at least in Metro Detroit. But and I was like, "Oh, that's so good, man," because I never had it. And then right when I moved here, that they opened up a Sonic in Westland, Michigan. So I still never got to eat there in Michigan because I moved here, and then they still don't have one of those here either. So
Yeah, we have a Sonic not far. We got a Sonic and not far from here. We got to walk uphill both ways to get there. But that's funny. Stupid people famous spelled Mississippi backwards. One night we were in Pennsylvania. We were in Pittsburgh at a bar drinking, and this guy was in there, and he was he had been in there a long time before us. He was pretty drunk, but anyway, he started talking to us and he was funny. So yeah, but the guy, he could spell anything backwards immediately.
That's pretty impressive.
That was his like claim to fame. That's what he was famous for, known for. And so he was like, try me out. And he was right. Anything you said, he could spell it backwards immediately. It was crazy.
That is crazy. Wow. That's impressive.
I mean, just think about it. I can't even like I could do it, but I would take like minutes, maybe depending on the word. I might not even get it right.
You right. You'd have to think about it for a second.
But like, this guy, if you said the word, bam, he'd spell it backwards. And that I haven't thought about that, but that guy that's a pretty good talent.
That is, because I'm trying to think of it now. Yeah. No matter what, you would have to think about it for a second.
Mm-hmm. Not this guy.
Unless it's like dad or race car.
Right. Yeah.
And that spells itself the same way.
Right. Mom, I can do that. MOM. Right. I can do that one. But yeah, I could do mom, dad. Yeah. Yeah. SOS, I could spell that backwards. SOS. But this guy, no, any word you said, bam. Dyslexic, maybe he was. Whatever he was talented. even though he'd been drinking all day. Didn't matter.
Yeah, that is really, really impressive. Because shit.
Try learning multiple languages. Yeah. I've tried. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to retain things the older you get, I think. I think it might be easier younger, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's just my excuse.
Well, that's like make stupid people famous at right there. Pocololo. That's what we were talking about that I smoked when I went.
Oh.
That's what they call it here.
Oh, Pocololo.
Pocololo. How do you say it, baby? Pocololo. Pacalolo. Pacalolo. Oh yeah, Paca means cigarette and Lolo means crazy. So crazy cigarette.
So what is it? Pacalolo.
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 Yep.
Pacalolo. Oh, I feel the need to write that down.
I've been here 15 years and I still can't remember the shit.
Pacalolo.
Pacalolo.
Lolo. Pacalolo.
Yeah. No, yeah, make stupid people spelt it perfectly. I don't know why I thought it was Poco Lolo, but it's Paca. He spelt it correct and everything.
Oh, there it is. Okay, Paca.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I got it right over there. I could spell that backwards.
Yeah.
As long as you keep it on the screen. Now I can.
I was thinking that too. It's like if I'm looking at the word, I can spell it backwards.
Oh, it's in there, so I can, yeah. OLOL. AKA
Olo a cop.
Yeah. Hey, Kiss Off, what's going on?
Kiss Off. Is it Shalohana? What Shalohana?
So that means crazy cigarette. Crazy cigarette.
Yeah. Well, Paca means cigarette and Lolo means crazy.
Okay. Cigarette. Awesome. Paca Lola. Lolo.
Paca Lolo. Want to get low with Paca Lolo.
Poco, the crazy cigarettes, Lolo in the couch with some Paca Lolo.
Let's see. My buddy, what time is it? 2. So in 1 hour and 45 minutes. This is one of the guys I was telling Ronnie about a couple of weeks ago that I'd like to get on Where It Begins. He started a YouTube channel a couple months ago, and he started out, he had 500-600 subscribers, and then a week later he had like 1,500. Then a week later he had like 2,000, then 3,000, then 5,000.
Wow.
And now he's at, let me pull it up.
Growing
Oh, what
quick.
the hell? Why'd they change everything on here?
I know.
YouTube always changing everything.
I know. I know they
It
did.
doesn't even say how many he has.
Oh, really?
Wait, let me go to his. Oh, here we go. He's at 12.8. Holy shit. Like
Yeah.
a week ago, he was at 11.2.
He's growing fast, quick, real quick.
Yeah.
Wow, good for him.
So, but I've been watching him since he, when he had 500, and I'm trying to get him on Where It Begins, and yeah, it's hard. But he's coming on at 4:00 my time, an hour and 45 minutes from now.
Is that the guy, the young guy that was singing on here? Didn't you have? Is this the same guy you played his video? I think before, right?
I played part of his video, but he is a musician, but that's his channel isn't about music.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's someone different than I'm thinking. As I said that, I said, "Wow, that sounds stupid," because Steve's played a lot of videos, probably. But, I was wondering.
I want to
if it's
get
the
him
same
on
one.
just to like pick his brain and talk to him about, like, man, like, to grow your channel that fast. Like, he was just so motivated to do it, and he did it, and it's
Yeah.
just like, but yeah, basically he it's all creepy TikToks that will keep you up at night.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
everyone sends them, and then he just gives his, it's kind of like a reaction video type deal. But he's awake, put it that way. Like,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
he has lots of questions too, just like we all do. But
Mhm.
he's pretty cool dude. He talks about it in some of his videos, but yeah, everyone's got a history,
Right.
but he didn't have the easy road. So it's impressive to me that he grew his channel so fast, and it's still growing like right now.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, I have a buddy too that we used to go on. He at that time he was in California, so it was early for him, late for me. But we used to go on, and he had same kind of story. He had, started out few hundred, subscribers, and then it grew, and then he kept getting his channel taken down because he would talk about anything he felt like, so his channel kept getting taken down, and then one day he switched the name to the name of the show that he used to have once a week, and he started to censor himself slightly so that he could keep it up, and man, he went because of the subject matter. He was trying to get some changes done for the homeless in California at the time. Well, people started attacking him, and he was catching all kinds of shit for filming them from people and stuff. And so he went kind of viral, and boom, overnight he had like 100,000 subscribers.
Damn.
I say overnight, but he always was filming constantly, but it seemed like overnight he just went to 100,000. But some of those were like hate subscribers too, so he gets a lot of crap on his channel. But it was just amazing to see someone grow that fast. Yeah.
It is. It's just like, wow, how did that happen?
Yeah. So now he lives in Italy, and I hardly catch him because he goes on at like 2 a.m. here. But
Yeah, with the time difference.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. A lot of channels I like now, it's hard because they come on at 2 a.m.
But he always claimed that you have to put out 3 shorts a day, and a couple videos a day, and he stuck to that formula.
You know what? That's what Lucid Rob did.
Yeah.
The first, I want to say 2 months, so roughly, but every day, 7 days a week, every single,
Yeah.
so at least 60 times in a row, he had a video every day at the same time.
Yeah.
And he put, like anything, you got to put the work in, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's what he claims, just constant content. But yeah, like Buff says, hate helps the algorithm. I mean, yeah, I mean, anytime you got hundreds of people yelling at you in your in your chat, it keeps promoting
Right.
you. Whether it's good or bad, it promotes you. And in his case, I mean, he it helped him for sure.
Let's see. Let's make stupid people famous. He still wants to hear my Brooklyn Audit song. I want to make sure I didn't misplace it like I misplaced everything. Shit. I know I got it somewhere. Anyway, I'll send you the whole song. Make stupid people famous. I'll send you the whole song.
I got banned from GFM. Homeless. I'm the homeless campaign. Yeah, he started out. He was just bringing them a sandwich once in a while, asking them if they need a place to stay, and then going so far as to go into like the YouTube studios, I think, and like interviewing politicians from the the LA area. But when he started exposing, like, what are we actually doing for these people, he started really getting hate, because
Yeah.
if you're, you don't, people don't like to be exposed,
Oh hell no, especially if they're doing immoral.
and so and actually I think that played a little of the role in him moving to Italy. But
right on,
video,
Blaine. Thanks for coming by, Blaine. Much love, brother.
our puppy video got banned in Europe. Huh. Unreal. Europe's loss. Kiss off. Europe's loss.
I have a few videos that were blocked from like Russia and what's
You
the other
do?
one?
How come? What was the content?
It is silly. I can't even remember. Shit, I'm gonna want to look it up. But it was like a few months ago, and like one was a year ago.
Like
But the first one I was honored. I'm like, sweet. They won't show my video in Russia. I don't know what I did, but cool.
Right.
But then it happened a few more times, and I'm like, wait, I don't even understand why. But I think it was like one of them was like from a song or something, and then another one, I don't even remember. It was like something about copyright.
Oh,
I've got so many copyrights from all the karaoke's I've done. You get a copyright claim every single time. Like last week, I had 27 copyright claims.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've only gotten a couple, but it's like, because they give you the opportunity then to cut that section out. And it's
Right.
like, when you look at how long it takes to cut a section out, you're like, nah, just delete the video. In my case, I just deleted them. Yeah. Or put them on private, or just left them with the claim, because it doesn't do anything to your channel.
That's what I did. Because normally if it's like 2 or 3 claims, I'll just cut the part out. Like I'll do it and then go about my day. And then when I come home, I'll check. And if it's done, I'll do the next. But last week it was like 27 or 28. And I'm like, I ain't touching it. I'm just leaving it as is. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they didn't take it down either. So it's like, whatever. So
That's
last
what I
week,
would.
6 hours and 15 minutes unedited, the whole thing.
Oh, the karaoke one. Yeah.
Or no, it was actually this show last Sunday, but it was on Ronnie's channel and I was stream sharing it.
Oh, that's right. I was watching. I think did I come on for a little while, or I don't know if that was last week or the week before.
Well, I had to leave for work. So
Yeah.
I remember you were in chat, because that's why I did my short that I put out yesterday.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that. I didn't know Okay.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
The
I was
singing
like,
one. All right. Yeah.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
you
I'll
did
have.
come on. That's right. 'Cause yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I'll do a short karaoke song
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
And then
I'll have to
I
check
was
that out.
driving and I'm like, shit, I can't like read lyrics or anything. So I I just did a 60-second off the top of my head. And
All right. I'll have to
I
check it
didn't get
out.
a copyright claim because it's a short, but it the monetization part, if you have
Mhm.
a yellow dollar sign, it means it's like limited. So, and
Right.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it's because it's the Cats in the Cradle is the song I did, and anytime you do Harry Chapin, you're gonna get a copyright.
Oh, is that right?
So,
Okay. Yeah.
but there was no music or nothing. It was just me singing some of the lyrics.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know how they can go that far, you know? Uh, I don't it's weird. That's why I don't try more with music and media and video of other content stuff because I don't know how I don't understand the rules and I don't think there's any like cut and dry rules that like, you know, you could follow because
Right,
I've heard people that will do reaction videos I mean, they make so much money that they make a living at reaction videos that all of a sudden they're not allowed to do them anymore. Which then they're freaking out because that's how they make a living, you know?
right. They're like, "What the hell? You just cut off my livelihood."
Yeah, after making 500 of them, now you can't do it.
Right. It's
So it's not a thing where it's just like, okay, I studied the rules, I know them, I'm going to play by the rules, but you know, because if you get a claim, I mean, it, most of the time you just don't even feel like going through the emails or trying to get a hold of them or whatever, you know.
yeah. And I mean, so I get like for my opening song. I don't get a claim for that. It's a share or whatever. And
Oh,
then some of the other ones I have, it's copyright free. So,
Indy
but
says
oh
all
here,
her lives aren't monetized because of copyright claims. Yeah, yeah.
here you go. This is one I did for you and
Oh, here we
Ronnie.
go. Here we go. Let's watch this.
Last week I promised I do one, and I did it. It wasn't last Sunday. I think I did this Monday.
All right, I got to go
But
over and like it now.
every day I've had shorts. Like I think I have a short scheduled to post every day for the next like 5 days. But so I had this one for yesterday when it came out. But
This for you, David Devine broadcasted, and
Oh,
Ronnie York is Ronnie Kahsh.
yeah, I can't believe I haven't seen
I
this.
only got 60 seconds, and I don't have the setup to where I can read the lyrics, so I gotta do it off the top of my head. All right, here we go. My child arrived just the other day. Came to
oh yeah, something landed on my roof and it scared
usual
the shit
way,
out of
but
me.
there were planes to catch. There's a plane right there, and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking before I knew it. And as he grew, he said, I'm gonna be like you, Ronnie and Dave Devine. I'm gonna be like you. Ah, shit, time's up.
Very good. I can't believe I got to go over and like that now when we're done here. I can't believe I missed that. Yeah.
You know what's
Well,
funny to me? Until I made that, and when I watched it, I never knew that I had a hanger hanging up there.
I was going to comment. I was going to comment on the lint brush. I like that. That you're
Oh yeah, the
prepared for
lint.
the lint.
Yeah, when I go to customers' houses and they got cats, or if I'm under a house and you get all this shit,
Yeah, that's being prepared right there. I like that.
and I got my nice little blade right there.
There you go. Yeah, you got all kind yeah. I don't know if that's an air freshener, but good job. Very good job. I didn't know that was there. I would have definitely liked it by now and commented how great that
It's
was.
funny when I first started and I looked up, like I don't know what something hit my roof, and I was, what the
Oh,
totally
that
threw me off.
yeah, that almost became uh, a video that you didn't expect to make, if you would have done some damage to your van right as you start recording
Right?
or worse. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Ed. Yes,
Oh.
I did. Yeah, I did. I'll accept. Yeah. Yeah. When I open it up next time.
Is Big Chap? Are you going live, Big Chap? I just seen in chat if you're going live. I want to be there.
Yeah, it might be.
we're going on 2 hours, and that's usually about our cutoff time. So if Chap's going live, that's perfect. We could send everybody to Chap.
There you go. Sounds like a good place to go.
So what is it, Chap? Are you going live? Do it. Do it.
Do it. Tell us.
And huge shout out to my very good buddy. Hold on, I gotta play this video real quick for him. My longest running member and my good friend, As If It's Your Business.
Yeah, let's go.
Right on. As If. Me and As If actually has the idea, but I might be doing some videos from As If's very good idea.
Oh, awesome. Which we'll find out later, I bet, after you make the video. Chad says that Talking to the Dead, 10 p.m. Eastern. Is that okay? Talking to the Dead, 10 p.m. tonight.
Oh, that's okay. Right on. That's
On the
okay, right on. Sweet. I just hit the like button. And hit the notification bell.
Big Chap says, yeah, I will. Give me 10 minutes and I'll set up.
Oh, right on.
And then
Sweet.
Chad's going to Talking to the Dead at 10.
And yeah, so Chad's going on in 2.5 hours. Chap is coming on soon, as soon as we end here.
As soon as he gobbles down his chef salad and fires up the
Pacalolo.
Pacalolo. Good old Big Chap firing down the chef salad. Those are great.
Oh, I'd have to find that again. As If, let me see. Let me go to my. Oh, that's a different one. Shoot, I can't find it.
Pacalolo.
I have the camera mount one, which you guys got to see that camera mount thing. It actually looks dangerous because it's for your camera, but the way you hold it, it's like your camera, but it looks like you're holding a rifle. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Who was?
Last week I was showing it. I think it was
Yeah.
last week. But,
Yeah, I thought like you'll clear out the whole place if you whip that out.
right.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
I still want to get one though. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I forget what company is it? I can't think of them. I'll think of it just like that joke. But they sell some really cool ones that are like it's shaped like that one actually, but that shoot arrows that look like a lot of fun. The
Oh, so it looks like it's a bow.
yeah, it looks like a rifle almost. You know, they have all kind of different versions. It's a popular rifle maker, but yeah, they have several bows like that camera one you showed last week. But I just thought that'd be fun to shoot the bow like that. Yeah, like a rifle. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking that too right after I said I still want to get one because I think it would be fun. And then I thought, until something bad happens.
Right. Which, yeah, it might. You know what I mean? It might.
Yeah, because you don't know how, I mean, even if cops, you don't know how they're going to react. Let's see.
Yeah. I think I do know how they would react. I think I do. I think you would no longer exist. Probably. And you're like, I just wanted to take a photo, but yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I remember back in the day, there used to be a guy that walked around town and he would freak everybody out and scared everybody. And he loved to play pool, right? But he would have his pool cue in like a rifle case on his back, And so everybody would like scatter around this guy,
And it's just a pool stick in there.
It was just a pool stick, yeah. And I mean, a lot of us knew it was a pool stick, but the people that didn't know, man, they were scattering and calling the cops. It was funny.
Here's a tire video again from As If. That's just a shit ton of tires, man. And that whole thing they made to lift the trailer up like that.
Wow.
The weird thing to me, though, is it's so hard to get rid of old tires. You can't just throw them away. At least here, anyway.
You know what you do with 365 used condoms?
What?
You make a tire and call it a good year.
Dang, you can make more than 365 condoms with all them tires.
Yeah, you could have that was a good year.
Oh, I have another video that I haven't actually started working on the actual video, but I've been working on the clips, and I'm like setting the video up and everything, and then I already found a couple clips, but I don't know. I don't want to say it's going to be awesome because all the videos, especially my shorts, every time I'm like, oh, that's a great video, it only gets like 50 views. And then when I post something, I'm like, dude, this is dumb. Nobody's going to watch this. And then it's got like 3,000 views.
Yeah.
So it's like anything I think is cool doesn't get views, but anything I don't think is cool gets a shit ton of views. So
yep.
I think the video that I'm going to make is going to be really good. And I don't care if it doesn't get any views. I still like it.
Yeah, I mean I guess that's pretty much how you got to approach everything, and because it's got just as much opportunity as people to see is something you think everybody's gonna like, right? So,
right,
just make them videos for yourself.
Used rubber.
Yeah, it's a good year. That joke might have offended Chad. Sorry, Chad. I'm offended Chad a lot tonight.
I like how Chad called me out earlier because I was talking about people getting offended, and then I got offended.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it happens.
That's a true friend right there, to call you out when you need to be called out.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
Oh, here we go. All right. So Big Chap is set up for 11 minutes from now. I'm going to share the link.
Thank you, Anunnaki. And yeah.
Oh, Anunnaki the one. Aloha, and thank you. You calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, with the shirt, you're trying to tell her what to do.
All right, here's the link for Big Chap's live that he comes on in 10 minutes. And I got to play a mahalo and a thank you for Anunnaki the one. Where's it at? Here we go.
Awesome!
Holy moly!
That's right, brother.
That was freaky. Nice.
That was freaky. That was freaky. I like that. That's good. That's a good one.
Sweet. So David's got what is it, Tuesday? Tuesday you got Mushroom Head?
Yeah, Tuesday, Jeff Hatrix, yeah, from Mushroom Head will be on. Yeah. Mhm.
And I have, I'm sure everyone here has already subscribed to you, but I have David's channel pinned at the top to make sure that, because I'm going to be there for that one.
Anunnaki, once again, that's awesome. And reminding Indy that she needs to calm down.
Oh, wow. Now,
Hey, Indy, calm down.
Thank you for that. Everybody calm down. Just
Calm
calm down.
Calm down.
Now I got to play another one now. Let's see. How about, or let's say I'm in Canada, I would say, how about this one?
How about this? Nice. Right on Anunnaki.
That was freaky.
That was freaky. That was freaky. Reminding Indy to calm down, which Indy says she will never calm down.
Everybody calm down. I have 3 favorite shirts.
Oh, link
no,
for
4.
Tuesday.
I have 4 favorite shirts. This being one. Calm down. And you guys can't see, but at the bottom, David Divine
DDB.
Broadcasting. And then I have my Axe and Nacho, which I just got a few weeks ago. I love that shirt. And then I have my Accountability for All shirt. And then I have my Music is My Sanity that Deedsville sent me.
Oh, nice. Right on.
And I have
It's,
another one that I bought 2 months ago, but I never received it. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's Banana Anna. But that's going to be my 5th favorite shirt once I get it.
2 more, you'll have the whole week covered.
Right? Yeah.
Stupid. It's pinned in the top. Pinned in the top, I think. Yeah. Yeah, 2 more shirts and you'll have the whole week covered. You could just you have one for each day of the week.
Oh yeah.
That's calm down's good for Sunday because I think Sunday should be calm. Should be nice and calm.
Yeah, Sunday's definitely calm down day, lazy day, relax. Get your thoughts together.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
Stress free.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was doing when you text me. So, but it could be borderline like it's calm and too boring. So I was glad you texted me. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Can teeter-totter there where it's like, oh, I'm glad you texted.
You don't want to get too calm. You just want to calm down.
Yeah. You don't want to be calmed down to the point where you're bored. And you don't want to do that. Banana, is that your shirt? Banana Anna? Banana
Anna, yeah. That's Accountability for All is Josh. And Banana Anna is Anna, and they just recently got married.
Oh, okay, right on.
And it sucks. We were invited to the wedding, and it is in Massachusetts, and there was no way I could.
Is
travel like that.
Is Banana Anna a person or a group, like a band, or
Person.
or they're in the group? Are they in a group?
Nope, it's just one person.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay.
She did karaoke for a while and singing, and Josh too. They're really good too. Really good.
Yeah, those
I
are both great names, Banana Anna and Accountability Amplified. That's great.
Yeah. Well, it's actually accountability for all, but basically he's saying that because they're married, so Banana Anna is accountability for all amplified.
Okay.
But
I'm
they're
catching up this week.
they're 1A community for the most part.
Gotcha.
Like
Thanks, Indy.
accountability, he's got over 100,000 subscribers and
Wow. Well, excellent. Thank you. The now calmed down, Indy.
oh, there you go. Thank you, Indy. I was just gonna look for that. Is that the one you just put for David's link for Tuesday? I'm guessing. Because yeah, the other one's Big Chaps, which is going to happen in 4 minutes. So shoot, we should probably close out then.
All right.
And wow, this is the closest to 2 hours I think we've been.
I know.
It's
Just
pretty
only a
good.
few minutes over. Yeah.
And we all have another good channel to go to. So any final thoughts or
Let's see. No, just thanks for having. Oh, there we go. My final thought is Anunnaki is awesome with another super chat.
Now I'm gonna have to for
I can't calm down. Sorry. That's all right. You don't have to, Anunnaki. You don't have to.
I'm gonna have to play my my best thank you super chat.
Yeah, I think Anunnaki's deserving this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, you ready? Here we go. This is my best one.
Just make the crowd go. Just make the crowd go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, right on. Thank
Like
you,
that
Indy. Yeah, thank you. And Anunnaki, that's awesome. That's great. I can't calm down. Sorry.
Yeah, that is really awesome. Thank you. Mahalo.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I guess we're gonna go over to Big Chaps.
Yeah, head over to Big Chaps. Thank you, Steve, for thinking of me, and also get better, Ronnie. Hopefully next week we see Ronnie on here, or even before that on his own channel. And Big Chaps after this, and then Ham, right? Ham and Conspiracy. I think they're doing the Conspiracy Ghosts at 10 o'clock. Chad and
10 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah. So thank you, Steve, for inviting me.
Yep. Thank you, David, for coming up, man. It was awesome. And for everyone in chat, Anunnaki and Jack Hunter also for the super chats. You guys rock. So yeah, until next week, everybody have a beautiful morning, a beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, a beautiful evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless.